Blonde Kamala back on the James Show yet again to make her last pitch on why should they vote for you, Blonde Kamala?
Well, first, let me just say this, okay? Texas, I want you to vote early, and I want you to vote often, right?
Well, in our state, you're only allowed to vote once legally. So,
Right. Well, that's exactly what I said. And the other part, obviously, that was something that Donald Trump said, obviously, of course.
so one of the main issues in the election is deportations. We now have like 90% of Republicans, but around over 40% of Democrats would be okay with a mass deportation program. If you're elected, would you implement mass deportation?
Right. Well, here's the thing. We need to put the focus on the real issue here and the real problem. And obviously, that is Donald J. Trump. Okay, and that's what we need to be talking about, not about what I have done or will do, because that is irrelevant, right? You know what I'm saying?
I guess. I figured your policies would be relevant if you're running for president. But Donald Trump was working the fry machine at a McDonald's yesterday. Of course, it was just photo op setup. But it was to bring attention to the fact that you may be lying about having worked at McDonald's previously. Do you have any sort of proof or witnesses?
Well, here's the thing, and let me be clear with you, James. I consider myself to be a joyful warrior, right? And I like to bring joy wherever I go. Okay, and there are places like McDonald's that I have brought joy to. With my joyfulness. And, Donald Trump, he does not bring the joy like I do. You're right.
Sounds like you're just trying to say joy a lot. And I did enjoy that term, joyful warrior, because I saw like the battle scene of Braveheart. Wasn't this joyful being a warrior? Look how joyful that is. Anyway, it's like saying I have some really dry water. Blonde Kamala, early voting starts today. We already have people coming to the polls, but there's people that are concerned that there may be some shenanigans like we saw 4 years ago. What would you say to quell those concerns, Blonde Kamala?
Well, here's the thing, and to your point, the American people, they have concerns. And what they have concerns about? Donald Trump. That's what they have concerns about, okay? That's the concern.
That's the concern? Not the price of groceries or...
No, it's all about Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so. All right. Man, I can't stand you. Will you stop and give the phone to Elsa for a second?
Hey there.
Hey, Elsa Kurt. Man, I hope you lose.
Hello.
I hope you lose in like 2 weeks.
I hope so too.
I will happily not do that character again because I hate doing it.
Same, my friend. It pains me. It pains me tremendously.
Like, I know it's funny, but it's like, hey, James, go fall down the stairs. It'll be funny. And I realized I'd go watch the video, and that's pretty funny, me hurting myself. But the thing I think about Blonde Kamala is I do a lot of interviews with people who aren't as funny as you, who aren't doing a joke, and they really do sound like that. And I hate those.
It's terrifying that this is real life. And what's more terrifying to me every time is the people that are supporting it and are saying that this is okay, this is good. An installed nominee, all of the things, as Kamala would probably say, all of the things are just shocking beyond words. And I don't know how they don't see it. I mean, they must be watching, I don't know what they're watching mainstream, right? And that's where they're getting all their information. But yeah, it's exhausting. I'll be happy to retire her. I really will. People ask all the time. I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm okay with retiring her and getting back to some semblance of America here,
Right, but look, you're way up in the Northeast, and so down here in Texas, we have a completely different view of what the election looks like. What is it like being in such a deep blue? What are you in, Connecticut or something?
Yeah.
What's it like?
As blue can be.
Is it like disheartening? Like you don't even want to go to the polls because it's not like we're going to win anyway. So what's the point? And your only motivation is really the down ballot races.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that feel that way, and it fills me with anxiety when people think like that. You have to get out and vote. You just have to do it. Make your voice be heard. And, I'm a big fan of reminding people that if you want to see the change happen, you have to get involved and you have to stand somewhere on all of this, and starting local is the place to start. But, yeah, it is disheartening. It is frustrating that we keep voting in the same people and the same problems over and over again and then expecting change, right?
Well, yeah, and the concern I have for your mental well-being is for most states, they're red states that just have blue around the population centers. But you are in a state that is plus 16 for Kamala Harris, and there is no red county you can run to, because where I'm sitting, it's a pretty deep blue precinct or jurisdiction. But if I drive an hour or two in any direction, I'm in deep red territory. You don't have that.
No, we don't. And, and I, unfortunately, I believe it is a kind of a foregone conclusion that Connecticut will, it'll be for Kamala. It'll remain blue. We will learn no lessons from anything that's happening. And it's frustrating. It is absolutely frustrating. I look forward to my husband's retirement and getting over to a red state,
Well, come on down here. We have better weather anyway. Blonde Kamala, how do they find you outside of WBAP?
They can find me on all the social media places, Elsa Kurt Official, Elsa Kurt Show, and elsakurt.com. Thank you so much, my friend.